be sure to comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, what's up guys? JD Venom, you're part of Venom Nation Wrestling, and this is the Mae Young Classic Episode 1 review. You know what, guys? I love tournaments. I love tournaments for wrestling. I absolutely love tournaments for wrestling because it's something different. It's something that you don't see every single day on WWE TV, especially on WWE TV, okay? Now, I was very excited for the Mae Young Classic coming off the heels of the Cruiserweight Classic last year. Now, we know what happened to the Cruiserweights. We know the Cruiserweights on Monday Night Raw and 205 Live are pieces of shit. But I am very optimistic with the Mae Young Classic. Very highly talked about. This tournament was talked about for over a year and a half, and we are finally now at this point. Now, before we get into that here, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like Facebook page, where both links are down below. Tell your friends and family and come and join the JD Venom Nation here on YouTube. So, before I actually get into the actual review of the first show and my thoughts about it, who I think is gonna be the favorite in the tournament, who I think, who's gonna win this match, who I predicted to win, who actually outcome of the actual winner itself, me going through all of that. I want to go over some of the details of the Mae Young Classic comparing to last year's Cruiserweight Classic, okay? Last year with the Cruiserweight Classic, first and foremost, I want to start off with the elephant in the room. The commentary team between Mauro Ranallo and Daniel Bryan which was an odd pairing at first, but it ended up being fucking amazing and possibly the best commentator duel that WWE has had in years. That Cruiserweight Classic, and we know that Daniel Bryan is not the best on the mic, but when he's talking about wrestling, you're interested. Mauro Ranallo is the only guy in WWE that can give it a legit feel. You know, Corey Graves is great as well, but he wasn't on commentary. He was there for, like, the bracketology. But Mauro Ranallo is fucking fantastic, and he was fantastic last year as the head of the commentator for the WWE Cruiserweight Classic. This year, we got Lita and JR Jim Ross. Jim Ross, who is out of his prime, of course, as far as being the lead man in WWE, he's just now on a per-appearance basis. But Jim Ross and Lita, this commentary team, I'm sorry to say, it is fucking awful. Lita sounds very monotone, like a dead horse, and, what else? What else would you expect from Lita? Lita was never a great talker. She was never a great talker. She never was. She never will be a great talker. She really brings down, she really brings down the overall value of this commentary team. Jim Ross, who doesn't know anything about the talent, he knows some about the talent, but not enough. Not enough. And he just sounds boring. He sounds uninterested. That's the elephant in the room that I want to talk about, is the commentary team. Because the commentary team, sounds very uninterested. Now, maybe it's probably just for the first round. Probably just for the first round, because some of these matches in the first round weren't anything special. I watched the first 3 episodes. I've yet to watch episode 4 as of this recording. I'll be watching that actually tonight. I got a lot of shit going on. I'm actually downloading fucking Call of Duty World War II right now, so for the beta. So I'll be playing that. You'll be seeing that a little bit later today. But being as it may, though, the commentary team of Jim Ross and Lita is absolutely terrible. Now, is that going to improve with round 2 with more intriguing matchups and more story involved? I believe it will. I believe it will get better. Okay, I will believe it get better. But right now, this commentary team sucks. It is absolutely terrible. No life, no energy. It wasn't how it was last year with the Cruiserweights. That's number 1. Number 2, the first few matches, the first 3 episodes, there was maybe one or 2 matches where I was like, okay, this is a pretty good match. But outside of that, there has been no matches where I'm like, floored by. Kairi Sane and Tessa Blanchard, I haven't watched it yet. Well, by the time that you see this, I already watched the match, so it doesn't matter. You guys, I already know it's gonna be a great fucking match. That's the match I'm looking most forward to. is Tessa Blanchard and Kairi Sane. But through the first 3 rounds, or first 3 shows, I should say, seeing the second round matchups, it looks more intriguing. First round, you're getting some of the more green competitors out of the way. And some of the competitors who don't really have much charisma out of the way. I think the second round, the third round, the semifinals and the finals, that's where it's really going to pick up with the match quality. Okay? But these matches here, I mean, you got some people who I think they could have used better talents, I will say. I think they could have used better talents for this here, but that's just me. But let's get into the actual review here itself. Episode 1, live from Full Sail University. And this is, like I said, this is something that WWE may be looking into doing, once a year, once every couple of years. But the very first round matchup, the first round of the Mae Young Classic was, hopefully I'm saying her name right, Princesa Suhei from Mexico versus Kaylee Ray. Going into this, they made Princesa Suhei as the veteran, as the woman who's been competing in the ring for almost 2 decades. She has a mask. She's a luchadora. I knew she was gonna win. I knew she was gonna win just by her whole presentation itself. Now, this match overall was a good pace match to open up the Mae Young Classic. Princesa Suhei, she has the kicks, she has the high flying ability, she's a luchador. Kaylee Ray is more of a, I won't say necessarily a powerhouse, but she's more of into traditional wrestling, slamming her opponent. She at one point she did a gory bomb special, into a gory bomb, I should say. Not a gory special. Gory special is a submission. She did the submission part too, but she actually did a gory bomb special to Princesa Suhei. Princesa Suhei, like I said, she is very, very good with the kicks and things of that nature. At the end of this match, we saw Ray going for a swanton bomb, misses, beautiful swanton bomb, but misses, and at the end we see Suhei locking in a armbar, and Kaylee Ray taps out. This match here was a won't say very good match, but it was a match that starts off the Mae Young Classic. Princesa Suhei goes into the second round. I knew Princesa Suhei was going to win this match. Kaylee Ray, she's good. I would like to see more of her. Some of the first round exits from last year's Cruiserweight Classic, we ended up seeing more of. Like, for example, Arya Daivari. We're now seeing more of Arya Daivari on 205 Live. He lost to Ho Ho Lun. Where's Ho Ho Lun now? He's released. So just because you lose in the first round of a tournament, clearly WWE can still have some plans for you, and I think Kaylee Ray will be around. Princesa Suhei, I don't see her being around. I don't see her being around because she's older, you know what I mean? And she, her ring pace, you can tell that she's aged. The reason why I think WWE put her over is because she is, she had, 2+ decade career. And also on top of that as well, they want to get a luchador, someone that the fans can get behind going into the next round. Next matchup was Serena Deeb, formerly known as Serena, from the Straight Edge Society with CM Punk, Luke Gallows, Joey Mercury, versus Vanessa Bourne. First and foremost, Vanessa Bourne has a great fucking look. She's Samoan. Now, not Samoan like Nia Jax. Like, she's not that big, but she has a great look. I love her fucking hair. I love women with curly hair like that. She was a former dancer for the former Cardinals cheerleader. And also on top of that as well, she was a Phoenix Suns dancer as well. So she has that, that pedigree. Being a former cheerleader. Now, people say, well, she's a former cheerleader. She's not a fucking wrestler. Why is she in a tournament? Well, Naomi was too. She was a former Orlando Magic cheerleader, and look where she is now. A pretty decent in-ring competitor, and former two-time former WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. So it can be done. She's very green in the ring, Vanessa Bourne. She's very green. She's green as grass. But I think she has some tangibles, that can actually have a long WWE career. Now, all these women are going to be down at NXT first. I don't see none of these women going up to the main roster as of yet. But Serena Deeb, you know, she's good. She's good in the ring. She thinks she's one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Do I think she is? That's very, very debatable. But she's good in the ring at what she does. You can clearly see that she's aged. The story of this here was that, you know, Serena had alcohol abuse. They talked about her WWE career, not extensively, but they did mention her being part of straight edge society, and they did mention of her troubles in the past. So, you know, they're not, WWE is not shy away to talk about someone else's past, you know, in with their past experience with the company. So she had alcohol abuse and all that, you know, all that unfortunate stuff. But as far as match overall, I went for Serena Deeb. I thought she was gonna win. I knew she was gonna win, and she did end up winning this match after hitting a spear on Vanessa Bourne for the 1, 2, 3 pinfall. Serena Deeb goes on to the next round. This match here wasn't anything special. I thought this match was the worst match of night 1. Not to say anything, the same thing that Serena Deeb was bad. I was just mostly uninterested in this match because of how green Vanessa Bourne is in the ring. This one really got, you know, like I said, one thing I didn't mention about the commentary. This commentary makes me want to go to sleep sometimes because of how boring it is, how uninterested they sound. But this is, again, just round 1, because I guess because the talent base is not there yet. Once that talent base gets higher, once we see Serena go up against, you know, someone of the likes of a Kairi Sane or of the likes, and, you know, I'm not giving you guys any spoilers, but likes of a Kairi Sane, Piper Niven, whoever she faces in the second round, it is going to raise the stakes. It's going to make the intriguement that much better. This first round, like I said, this whole total first round, because I watched the first 3 episodes, have been snoozes, except for a couple matches. Once the second round comes around, guys, I really believe things are really going to pick up. But Serena Deeb wins with the spear. Third match was Zeta, who is hot as shit, by the way. Zeta is hot. She's thick. Ooh. Versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, part of the four horsewomen of Ronda Rousey, the MMA version of it, UFC version of it. Shayna Baszler, you know, Ronda Rousey, Maria Schaefer, and Jasmine Duke. So they really highlight that the fact that Shayna Baszler was a former UFC fighter, that she was part of the four horsewomen, that she's probably the most legit badass in this tournament. Shayna Baszler in a real fight will beat anybody in this tournament. In a real fight. Now, speaking of a real fight, her and Zeta, very short match, by the way. Okay, you know, Baszler won. Why would they have Baszler come into WWE to fucking to this tournament for her to lose when she's part of fucking the four horsewomen, Ronda Rousey? The story that's being told with this is that Baszler is part of the four horsewomen and that she's fucking unstoppable. They showed that. They made this a legit MMA fight for the first, like, minute or 2 of the match. they were doing kicks to each other, and, you know, Zeta, she has a martial arts background as well. They were doing kicks to each other. Baszler, you know, was doing some takedowns. She was telling her to get up. It was like a real MMA fight. It was like a real MMA fight, and I liked it. I liked for what I saw here in this match. Now, this match ended with a beautiful suplex release into a guillotine choke. Baszler defeated Zeta, you know, and it was something that was very, very quick. Took maybe about 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes at tops for this match to end. Baszler, I'll be shocked beyond shocked if she doesn't at least make it to the Final 4, in the finals, or even win the whole damn thing. If she, you know the fact that since WWE is bringing Ronda Rousey, they want to do everything that they can to push Shayna Baszler. And I know in the tournament as well, at one part during the tournament, that if you guys don't want to know the spoiler here, it's obvious. The four horsewomen of the WWE had an interaction with the four horsewomen of UFC. So I can't wait for that to fucking happen. But with that being said, though, Shayna Baszler, she's a fucking beast. She's a fucking monster. She should not be beaten up until at least the semifinals. But I see her going to the finals or possibly winning the whole damn thing. There's 3 women. There's 3 women that I think that, you know, that's gonna win this tournament. There's 3 women here that I think is gonna win this tournament. Shayna Baszler, Piper Niven, and Kairi Sane. Those are my top 3. Now, are they going to make the finals or whatever it's going to be? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But, you know, that's just what I'm seeing right now, what WWE is doing with Shayna Baszler and the 4 Horsewomen. You know that WWE wants to do a Survivor Series match with the WWE versus UFC 4 Horsewomen, maybe WrestleMania. We don't know, but it's going to come because Ronda Rousey is training with Brian Kendrick in California, so it's gonna come. It's gonna come eventually, guys. You know, and we just have to wait and see on how we get there. But Shayna Baszler wins in dominating fashion with the guillotine choke. Last but not least, Abby Laith versus Jazzy Gabber. Abby Laith, I believe, is Kimberly, the former Kimberly. And, you know, here's the thing. Jazzy Gabber is a fucking monster. This was one, you know how they do the highlights, you know, but between, you know, before like the tournament and everything, like they show the women. I thought Jazzy Gabber, I literally thought Jazzy, and I picked her to win this match. I thought Jazzy Gabber was going to be either not necessarily the finals, not necessarily the semifinals, but I thought she was going to make it to the Elite 8. I thought she was going to make it to the Final 8, the Elite 8. But she lost in the first round. You know, she looks like a fucking behemoth, monster, muscles. Fucking, she looks like fucking, you know, like fucking Blanca from fucking Street Fighter. The only thing that's missing is her being green. She looks like fucking Blanca from Street Fighter. Apparently she has some type of MMA pass as well. But, you know, Abby Laith, you know, which is the former Kimberly, someone had to lose. I thought she'd be lost this match, but I was wrong. She went on to win this match. This match was being, it was being eaten up by the fans. I don't know if it's because of Abby Laith was that over on Jazzy Gabber, or if Jazzy Gabber was over enough to get a reaction out of Jazzy Gabber and to have Abby Laith to be the strong, you know, underdog babyface. Now, before the match began, they do the promo packages, and Jazzy Gabber says, you know, pretty much, you know, I'm going to destroy the women in this competition. So after Abby Laith wins this match, and it was pretty much off of fucking roll-up, 1, 2, 3 victory, they hug. Jazzy Gabber hug Abby Laith, and if I was WWE, I would have Jazzy Gabber, kind of like how Pete Dunne attacked what's that guy's name? I forget the guy's name from the fucking the UK tournament. He's been on NXT. I can't think of his name right now, but that's not important. But that's how Pete Dunne was attacked. You know the one guy after the first round of the UK tournament. I would have done the same thing here with Jazzy Gabber attacking Abby Laith, so you can actually draw in a second storyline, under storyline. Can Abby Laith, you know, survive, you know, the second round because she got attacked by Jazzy Gabber, or maybe Jazzy Gabber takes her place. We don't know, but that's what I would have done. You know, I see Jazzy Gabber. She's great in the ring. She's not that good at all. She's just a typical powerhouse wrestler. She's not good at all. That's why I think they probably did not give her the nod of booking her winning this match. But I see her doing big things in NXT. Once they finally get her more comfortable in the wrestling ring, once she gets a little bit more fine-tuned in the wrestling ring, I can see her be on NXT and actually being a dominant NXT women's wrestler. Being the champion, I don't know. Nia Jax was dominant. She didn't win the fucking NXT Women's Championship, so I don't see that. But I do see her being utilized in WWE. That's, you know, that's a fact. She's gonna be utilized in WWE. But she was like I said, she was being very highlighted in the pre-promotional packages for this. You thought by looking at her that she was going to be a woman that was going to be in the top 8. You know what I mean? But she's not, and she goes home in the first round, and I was shocked as well. I thought she was going to steamroll through Abby Laith, but hey, I was wrong, and I can admit when I'm wrong. But Abby Laith, who looked good in this match as well, she looks very good in this match. Nice enziguri to the back of the head at one point in this match to Jazzy Gabber. Gabber, you know, like I said, was looking very, you know, like the monster in this match, and she ends up losing off the roll-up. But yeah. Basically, rolled up into an alligator clutch by Abby Lathe, and I think that's gonna be another storyline as well. That Abby Lathe is using the alligator clutch, which was made famous by Mae Young, and they highlighted that in the show. So I'm liking that they're trying to attempt to make little storylines in this tournament, but we're gonna have to wait and see on how this goes here. So Abby Lathe wins this match. Shayna Baszler wins the third match tonight. Serena Deeb wins the second match. And in the opening contest, Princessa Suhei wins the first match of the Mae Young Classic. So guys, that is it for the first episode. And the match between Jazzy Gabber and Abby Lathe, that's one of the matches I was saying that, one of the two matches that I thought was very good because the crowd was that into it for the end of the first episode. But guys, that is it. If you did like this here, let me know what you think about this down below in the comment section. If you guys, I'll give you this. If you made it this far in the video, let me know who was most impressive in the first round if you did see it. Hashtag Lathe, hashtag Baszler, hashtag Deeb, or hashtag Suhei. Let me know who was the most impressive in the first round with that hashtag. That's how I know you made this far in the video. But guys, if you did like this here, be sure to leave me a thumbs up on the way out. Night 2 will be available maybe Saturday. I don't know. So I'm going to be shooting for Saturday, guys, for Night 2. But guys, if you did like this here again, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like Facebook page, where both links are down below. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.